Hello, this is Wendy Hyatt from Unleash You. And if you're watching this tutorial, you've probably had a great product experience, you enjoy healthy fast food, or you want to create a residual income through healthy living. Now that you're interested in how to effectively share the Isagenix experience with others, let's invite people to the Unleash You community. It's a great way to educate others on what Isagenix has to offer. This will save you time and allow the team to support you. So here we go. So I'm going to talk about, first of all, how do we talk to people? What usually happens when you get excited and you want to share with the world, you start to do what's called verbal vomit, and you just tell somebody so much information that they're not interested and they start running away from you. When that happens a few times, people start getting weird. They forget how to talk to people. So we'll talk about how to remain normal when you're talking to people. Also, how to make the invitation, how to do a welcome post, and all the different parts to that. It looks more intimidating than it really is. And then topics that you can learn about and post about to benefit everybody. So here we go. Talking to people. When you're out and about and casually meeting people, give a genuine compliment and then ask a question. What are they doing? What are they wearing? What are they saying? Keep it simple. For example, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? Your kids are so cute. How old are they? That looks like a great sandwich. Have you had it before? And why do we compliment? It's really to add value to someone's life, build rapport, and trust. And then you engage in conversation. This usually leads to the 4 Fs. A scenario would be if you're at a restaurant, you're talking to the waiter. You did such a great job tonight. How long have you worked here? He says 2 years. You do so well with customer service. I really could see you doing what I do. What do you do? He asks. I help people feel fabulous, get fit, and become financially free. Are you on Facebook? I'll show you exactly what I do. You'd be great at it. You can say something to that variation. So he says, awesome, that sounds great. So let's make the invitation. Add them, you want to add them to your support page quickly. And people are interested either for a health reason or a wealth reason. If it's for wealth, you want to explain at a separate time to look at it from a business viewpoint. He or she will see the potential of what it can do for him or her. Some things to consider. Athletes and personal trainers need to hear the power behind the welcome page so they can see it for themselves. This is usually because they're broke, and that's coming from personal trainers themselves. You can say something like, you'd have your clients come over to the support page. We want to help you leverage your time and make you money. Your clients will love it. They'll get the support and you'll get help from the team. This is a business tool. So we're not just getting added. You're not just getting added to a product page. This is actually a community for you. For elite bodybuilders, you should let them know that the welcome page is geared towards weight loss. The page is marketed to the masses, which is usually around weight loss, but it's a way that they can leverage their time with their clients. A common question is, if I'm not an athlete, how do I talk to a personal trainer, gym owner, or health practitioner? And here's how you would approach it. You want their opinion. You want to stroke their ego. You're amazing at helping people out. You should do what I do. What do you do? They ask. Here we go with the 4 Fs. I help people feel fabulous, get fit, and become financially free. Since you're so well versed in what you do, I'd love to get your feedback. I respect your opinion. I'd love for you to look at something with a strategic business eye because I think I can increase your revenue through leveraging. I'll add you to the support page. What if the person you're speaking with is not on Facebook? They don't use it. If they're not on Facebook, most of the time they fail using the products and in doing the business. And why is that? Because they aren't getting the same support. We live in one business model and they live in another, and we can't connect them to the rest of the team. It's sad, but it doesn't mean that you can't talk to these folks who don't use Facebook, but it's just less effective for them. They're missing out, and it ends up being more work for you to keep track of them. So when you're making the invitation, you can hand them your phone and have them find themselves in your Facebook search box, and then you can friend them. Or if it's easier, they pull up their phone and their Facebook, and then you find yourself, and then they request to be friends with you. At home, you ask permission to add them to the product page, because no one really appreciates being added to a group unexpectedly. So now we want to do a welcome post. Now that you've spoken with them, you've made the invitation, now you want to invite them to our community page. So we'll start with the first step, which is a welcome post, and tag the person. And this is really important. It makes them feel welcomed, and it makes them feel like they're special. For example, welcome, Mary. There are so many supportive people here. You're going to find a lot of great information here. I know you're going to love it. If you want to make it more personal, you can add something that you enjoy or admire about them, what sparked their interest in finding out more information, maybe what their occupation is, what they like to do for fun, and definitely make sure it's nothing too private, because you don't want to expose people or make them feel uncomfortable. They're already getting thrown into a community that they know nothing about, and so they want to do some observation usually to see what kind of a feel this community has. So, and the purpose of that is really to connect other people in the community who have similar interests or occupations to this person, to show them some support. It also is a great way, if you share maybe something that they're interested in finding out more information about, then other team members, other people in the community can post relevant information related to that specific thing. So for example, if someone's interested in increasing their energy because they're so tired all the time, they can talk about different energy type products, or they can give a testimonial of how their energy has changed because of the products and system. So here are some welcome posts. Please welcome another Institute for Integrative Nutrition friend, Susie. Susie, this is what I've been up to since graduation, sharing the gift of health and time freedom. Poke around and let me know what questions you have. Or I would love to welcome Peter. He was once a professional powerlifter, and now after years of other adventures, he's now getting back into weightlifting. I want him to see how Isagenix is helping many people reach their goals. So that's great. That gives us clues as to he's an athletic person, so we would gear more energy and performance type information towards him, whether they're videos, articles, product information, testimonials, what have you. So you get the idea. Now that you've done the welcome post, the next step is, which you would do at the same time, in the comment section of your welcome post, typically a good way to give them more information is to choose one of the standard 3 videos. This will be your video number 1. And I recommend grabbing them from youtube.com. So you can go to youtube.com, and then in the search box, type in Just Cleanse Mary Evans, which talks about the quality of our products and the ingredients. Another great video would be Start. So Start Your Life. This is great for, it shows the lifestyle and the reasons behind why this growing group of 18 to 30-year-olds are really taking off with this vehicle of Isagenix. Number 3, the Isagenix difference, which is a great overall reason why people are looking to network marketing and Isagenix products in particular. And these are short videos. These are the 3 that are recommended, but you can choose a video or some other article that you think your guest would be more interested in. And the tip that I had mentioned earlier was copy and paste the videos from youtube.com to keep the guest on our page rather than having them get redirected to other sites, even Isagenix sites. You want to keep people on our Unleash You community page because you can consider it like a storefront. This is your business. This is where you want to keep people rather than redirecting them to other shiny, flashy things. So this is an example. Here's the welcome post. And then in the comments section, I included the first video, video number 1, Just Cleanse, Mary Evans. And you can see it is from youtube.com. And then when my guest clicks on this arrow here, it'll play right in the Facebook group. Okay, great. So step 3, typically you would do this 12 to 48 hours after your first video, just so you don't inundate your guest. And this will be considered video 2. And this is these guidelines are from Lynette and Paul, who have done multiple Periscope trainings on how they utilize Facebook to grow their business to 6- and 7-figure income. So these are the guidelines that are duplicatable. So Eric Hoover's Getting Started video from youtube.com would go into the comment section. And the reason why we do this is because it answers their question, how does this whole thing work? And this is a short, less than 5-minute video. And Jennifer Ayotte did a great job. This is what she chose to use for video 1, which is Are You Toxic? And you can see that she used it from youtube.com, keeping her guest right on the Facebook community. And then she posted her second video, Getting Started. This is fantastic. Step 4, again, 12 to 48 hours after video number 2, you want to put in the price list, which answers the question, how much does this cost? Everyone's going to want to know. And when you put it out there, the question has been answered. So they have an idea before they start going forward, before they even progress or even ask any other questions. They know exactly how much people are paying to get started. And there's a better price list that's elsewhere that you can search as well. But here we go. You can see this is video number 2, and then this is the price list. And then step 5, this is the biggest step, which is follow up by private message, phone, or in person. You can ask questions like, what did they like seeing on the page? What questions do they have? What are their health goals? What other information would they need to get started on their journey? And definitely ask these questions one at a time, allowing time for them to answer so that you can tailor your answers to specifically what they're looking for. But this is the real important part, because we can put guests into the community and let them sit there forever, but if we never get back in touch with them, it's hard for us to engage them and hard for us to see what their true goals are. And even if they say no, that's totally fine. They can still hang out in this community, and this may not be their time, and maybe it takes a couple of weeks down the road. Maybe they need to see somebody else go through a transformation that's very similar to their story in order for them to be inspired to make a step forward. So keep them in the page. That's great. So now that we've done all of that, let's talk about Topics to learn and post about. So the reason why this is important is because if you can imagine, if you're just inviting people to this community, it's going to be filled with welcome posts, and that gets boring. So you want to add content, and so we're welcoming people and giving people value at the same time. So people who have been in the community, who have already been introduced, they want to be excited. Or what's interesting. Something that I get a lot of feedback on, positive feedback, is the before and after pictures with testimonials, and they must be compliant. And we can share compliant posts as well. So basically, around compliance issues are you want to avoid giving specific weight loss and specific time frames because people can say, oh, the system is awesome. I just lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks or like 14 days. And so there are some people who may think that the system, oh, if I get on this program, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 14 days. And if it doesn't happen, then the system doesn't work. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy that people think about that, but that's where the FDA comes in and starts cracking down on us because we're making false claims. So the way to get around that is you can say so-and-so lost 10 pounds in a few weeks, or really quickly, or you can say in my 16-week challenge, I was down such and such body fat percentage, or these are my pictures, these are my results, and they're before and after pictures after 16 weeks. So you can say that. It's just recommended not to do both the weight and the amount of time specifically together. And then you can always add in something like dedication, focus, hard work, and something like that as part of the program, because it's not meant to be a quick fix. Although some people do have amazing results and they don't work out that much, but you don't want to send the wrong message saying that, oh yeah, you don't have to work out, you don't have to do anything special. It's a magic pill basically. So you don't want to say that. I killed that point. So uplifting messages or comments on posts are great. Inspirational, motivational quotes or messages, and preferably with a picture or a video, that'll that'll catch people's eyes a little bit more, and you'll get more activity on that post rather than just putting a post up with words. isoproduct.com links with a message that makes it personal to you. So say you've tried the new Amped Nox product, you can share a link and say what your experiences were, or what you love about it, or how it's totally shifted your workouts. Isogenicshealth.net links with a message. It could be family related, water related, anything that you want, and show your personality when you post it. It doesn't have to be really long, but you can be thoughtful about it and say why this caught your attention. Healthy Mind and Body post, that's a great resource for the community to know about. Isobody Challenge post, the same thing. Throw in some humor if you'd like. That's always fun because this is a really awesome community. Team Isogenics related posts are helpful to attract those athletes and those bodybuilders or budding bodybuilders. Exercise posts, lifestyle posts, because people want to see that we're real people. We're not just forcing isogenics down their throats, but we tend to be a more positive, uplifting group. Posts on gratitude are great. We live in an underappreciated nation. And you can even share your own personal story. Sprinkle it in every 2 to 3 weeks. Seems like a lot, but there is going to be so much activity on the community page that every 2 to 3 weeks doesn't seem like that much. And people really want to know who we are too. It's really fun. So general tips and guidelines: the seeds you plant today, last week, or a month ago, even half a year ago, are still in action. You never know when someone's timing is right. It may not be today. That's okay. It may be a couple months down the road. Totally fine. Small, consistent daily efforts pay off in the long run. So even though it doesn't seem like a whole lot is happening in your business right now, people are watching. Definitely know that people are watching and they want to see that you are consistent. If you desire to build a 6 to 7 figure income, it doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intention. So think about branding, how you want to be known to the world. When you're meeting people out and about in person, funnel them into the welcome page. Everything that goes into the funnel comes out positive. Either they decide to open up an account, or they're just being exposed to positive, healthy people. And we don't know what's happening to those seeds. They grow at different rates, and a few months down the road, you're going to be amazed at the results. Those who push through the tough times are the ones who flourish. So I hope you can see how the community page can be really helpful. Think about if you're on vacation or you're away, or some life emergency happens and you can't you can't follow up with your guests, the community will step in. They're still going to be exposed to different knowledge, different resources, different inspiration. So this is what really got me excited, because it's really hard to keep track of everybody and make sure everyone's getting pertinent information. But if you're away, if you're traveling, or whatever happens, or you're working, you know that your guests are still getting good quality content. So, and also, it takes anywhere from 4 to 12 exposures before someone is ready to open up an account with you. And you can imagine with the social media nowadays, with all the stuff that's getting thrown into our face, our exposures have to be a lot higher in order for us to break through all the noise that's happening in cyberspace. So utilize the community page. It's there to help you, and the people who post the most end up making the most. Funny how that works. I hope you found this helpful. If you have questions about specific things, please leave a comment. I would love to hear your feedback. You can reach out to me, Wendy Locke Hyatt, send me a personal message, or chat with the person who had tagged you on this video for some more information. Other than that, I will see you on Unleash You. Enjoy.